Duh. What's up? What's up, guys? AW here. AWO here. Sorry, AWO here. Just finished watching the first episode of The Penguin. The continuation of the Matt Reeves of Batman Universe Epic Crime Saga. Yes, that. That universe. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I hope you're all good. Hope you're all good. What do you do? Oh, man. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. That show. I mean, it's only one episode, but it was what I expected, honestly. It was actually what I expected it to be. Honestly. Man, I hope you're all watching this live stream, man. Hope you do. Penguin. It's on HBO. Go watch it. Go watch it. I really suggest you go watch this episode, man. This beginning. Oh my god. This show is actually more mature than the Batman. Here's what I noticed. No, Agatha came out yesterday. Here's what I noticed the difference between the acting in this show and Agatha. Okay, Catherine Hahn is Agatha. Plays the same character, right? As Agatha, but Catherine Hahn is playing very similar to what she's kind of like as a actress, right? Same with Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza is kind of doing the exact same thing. Her shtick in the first two episodes. Well, actually, first episode. We don't really see it in her second episode. But in this show, Colin Farrell, Colin Farrell is acting out of his mind. This, yes, he has all the looks of not looking Colin Farrell, but you wouldn't think that's Colin Farrell as a penguin because he's totally. I mean, I think honestly, I think he's one of. I think so far he plays the one of the best live adaptation comic book characters in cinema. In cinema, I honestly think he's better than all the Marvel villains. Marvel villains, and I think he's upper tier. It's upper tier. All upper is it's. I'm telling you, it's. You have to see this. You have to see it. You have to see it. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna be careful with George. Be careful. You don't care about spoilers, but this man. So let's get into it. All right. I mean, the acting is incredible. I'm telling you right now, Colin Farrell should be nominated for an Emmy next year. Emmy next year. And Kristen Milioti should be nominated for an Emmy. And I know some people are saying, "Oh, you know what? In Agatha, they should be nominated. Aubrey Plaza, Catherine Hall should be nominated for Emmys." No, 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 no. This is more Emmy. Not the acting here is more Emmy worthy than Agatha. I'm sorry, Agatha stands, but it's fact. Okay, so let's get into the show, man. So let's talk about the tone. The tone is similar, but somewhat not similar to the Batman. Still dark, gritty, and the effects of Batman still kind of. Just remember, this happens after, like basically a week after the Batman. So it's like a lot of time has not passed. Okay, from the end of Batman, and I understand George. Okay, and the show opens up really. If you remember, the end of the end of Batman. Well, you hear Bruce Wayne Batman talking about Gotham to the crowd, right? Right, kind of like, and then you see in the window, behind the glass window, you see the Penguin looking out in the flooded city of Gotham. That's how starts. That's how the show starts. Penguin looking out in the flooded city of Gotham, and you hear about the news reports. You hear the news reports talking about the aftermath of the flood, everything. The flood, what has happened with the flood, what the ramifications of flood, the death of Carmine Falcone. Thank you, George. But and that now that his son, supposedly Alberto Falcone, is going to take over the uh, the Carmine crime family, right? Because Carmine's dead. Okay. There's he's they go in that. They talk a little bit about Batman. Like Batman is not mentioned a lot in this episode. Well, Benjamin Spirit not really mentioned in this episode. Only at the beginning, but nothing with this episode. No mention of Batman. They really don't mention the Batman in this episode at all. Okay. All right. So now what happens is we see that we see that Penguin, Oz, Cobb, goes to the Iceberg Lounge. Now, the Iceberg Lounge is flooded and damaged from the flood from the Riddler in his group of terrorists, right? In his cult. So the Iceberg Lounge, where we seen the Batman. Remember the Iceberg Lounge? Well, in this, it's damaged from the flood. Okay, damaged. So it's all around, outside and inside, is damaged. But he goes to where the main office is in the Iceberg Lounge. Carmine Falcone hangs out in the lounge in his office. He goes there. Goes there. Okay. So he looks for these secret files, right? Secret files that were hidden, right, in the office. So he goes there. All of a sudden, somebody behind him appears. And it turns out to be Alberto Falcone, supposedly the new head of the Carmine Falcone. Since the father's gone, Alberto Falcone. Okay? And Oz knows who Alberto Falcone is. They know each other. They know each other, obviously, because Oz, made his way up in the Carmine Falcone, the Falcone crime family. Okay? Okay. So they kind of reminisce with each other. All right? Because it turns out Alberto Falcone is a drug addict. And you could tell by his demeanor that he's not confident that he could run the Falcone crime family. Okay, he's questioning Oz, questioning Oz. They ask him, "You think, you think I could run this whole operation, this whole the family, right?" And they have a drink together. Uh, Things get heated between the two when Penguin mentions that when he was a younger guy, there was this guy, this gangster who hanged out on his neighborhood where Penguin was growing up. Okay, right? Well respected, well respected. You need rent, he'll help you pay rent. He needed groceries, he'll help you pay groceries. Whatever, needed that. Well respected in his neighborhood. Okay, well respected. Well, very well respected and well regarded, right? And he told him that that's the guy to respect, the guy to be like. And Alberto Falcone is like, so that's just what you really want. You want to take control. You want to be the head. Look at you, man. You're ugly. You're pathetic. You can't run this shit. And then Oz got off, pissed off, frustrated with that because Alberto Falcone was getting his face. And so Oz shoots Alberto Falcone 3 or 4 times with his pistol, killing Alberto Falcone. So yeah, Alberto Falcone dies in the first 10 minutes of this show. Okay? And he realized what he's done. He killed Alberto Falcone. And he's like, fuck! And then the opening credits started. No, not credits. The whatever. The crawl, whatever it's called. He's like, fuck. Okay? It was funny. Not funny. So he has to carry the body in the bag, right? In the bag, right? In a garbage like bag so the body can fit into, right? All right. As he was doing it, his car was being carjacked, not carjacked, actually more like tire jacked. But he's I guess young teenagers slash young adults. When he shoots his gun towards them, and they all scatter except one. He managed to get a hold of one. Name is Victor Aguilar, and he wants to kill the kid. But this is a kid he's seen in the trailer where he has taken him under his wing, doing odd jobs for him, and And so he kind of takes him during the night. He kind of takes him out during the night, right? Uh, Oz. Okay, takes him out during the night because he had to get rid of the body of Alberto Falcone, right? Right. So what he does is takes him, takes him, takes him to this scummy part of town where there's prostitutes, where there are prostitutes, and because Penguin knows Penguin has an acquaintance who he goes sees, and that's a prostitute named Eve, as Eve Carlo. So she goes to her apartment building, and wants her to give him a lullaby, just in case he gets investigated, gets caught, the police, or whoever, finally apprehend him for potentially the murder of Alberto Falcone, right? So he goes there to try to convince Eve to give to come up with a lullaby, right? You know what that is, right? Obviously it's when you're a suspect and you have to tell you have to tell the detectives that what are you doing last night between this and this and this, and they try to verify that claim, right? That's what he does. They go have some lunch, dinner, whatever, late dinner, sandwiches, and you can tell was kind of Oz was kind of seeing kind of caring for this kid, starting to like it made her stuff here with this kid. All right. So they go to so after that, he threatens to kill the kid. Says you saw too much. I mean, I have to let you go. You did good, but you have to let you go. But the kid was begging. He said, "No, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. I could help you." And I was like, I see potential in you. Yeah, okay, okay. You're right. All right, you'll do as I say, or I'll gut you like a fish. Like a mobster talk. Mobster talk. And he does talk like a mobster. Okay, typical mobster. So don't be in this chat, buddy. Blinded. There's not a lot of spoilers in here. Blinded. There's not really a lot of spoilers in here, okay? Honestly, there's not really spoilers in this first episode. Okay? So, in this same episode, he gets a call to his drug operation, right? He was handling for the Falcones, right? So he goes there, and everybody is working in there, with the drug. They're trying to recoup whatever drugs they have so they can supply, because most of the supply got damaged in the flood. Okay? Damaged in the flood because of the Riddler, right? The Riddler. Thank you for the like. The Riddler. Okay? Because of the Riddler, right? The next day, he gets a call by the Falcone crime family for a meeting, right? For a meeting. So they call him in, and they call him in, right? there's Johnny Vitti and Milos, I think was his name. Johnny Vitti is supposedly the cousin of of Sofia Alberto, right? If you know the comics, the cousin. And they said, "Yeah, we're gonna move the drug operation. You're gonna shut it down. I mean, you're gonna need to move the drug operation somewhere else." And Wither, not Wither, and um, Penguin did not like it. He didn't like. Also, Penguin in this show does have a wobble. He does walk. You know how we saw in the Batman, he was tied up after being interrogated by Batman James Gordon. He kind of wobbled, still tied up. Well, in this, he actually, how he walks, by wobbling, like actual penguin. So, yeah, he may not look an additional penguin with the umbrella, short, but he does wobble. And there's a reason why he wobbles, okay? The reason why he wobbles is a leg injury. A leg injury, okay? A leg injury, all right? Yes, suffer from but specifically a foot. He at his apartment, he takes off his sock, and you see his foot's all mangled and stuff. Really, really disgusting look, especially his toes. You'll see what I'm talking about with the with him, all mangled. So that's why. So he does wobble. If you're wondering. I hope Degrassi's in here. I want Degrassi to be here, man. Where's Degrassi? Where's my friend Degrassi? Degrassi, I hope you're listening to me, buddy. I hope you're listening. Okay. So he gets caught. So he gets caught, right? And they wanted to move the operation somewhere else, right? Because most of the supply is damaged. The drugs are damaged, right? Because of the flood. Penguin's like, no, man, I'm running this whole stuff, and he knows, like, man, and then like and they tell him to leave, and then right, all of a sudden he started talking. He started talking like, "All I could do fix this, make him fix this, and all this." As he was talking, you see a lady walk slowly, slowly from behind, walking into the room, into the meeting, slowly from behind, and it is Sophia Falcone. Sophia Falcone, the daughter of Carmine Falcone. Now, Sophia Falcone in this episode was previously in Arkham Asylum. We and so they let her out because she's rehabilitated. Oh man, I'm not saying it right. What's the word? You know, we yeah, you know the word. Went through rehab. Let's just say that she went through rehab, right? So so yeah, so she was definitely declared insane, right? So they let her go, and she was she greeted Penguin. They kind of know each other, obviously. They know each other. Um, the thing is, she wanted to know what happened to her brother, and the other two guys didn't care about the brother at the time. But they wanted to know what happened. She wanted to know what happened to her brother, of course. Now, there's a reason why, and we'll get to that later. Why she wanted to know about her brother. Okay, she wanted to know because her brother hasn't been seen, and he went to wherever. He said, "Did you?" She asked, "Did you see? Did you see him?" Obviously, he's lying to her, right? Lying to her because he killed Alberto Falcone. Obviously, right? And so that's what happens. As he's leaving, she admires the purple car and asks, "What happened here?" Oh, some kids try to try to jack my tires, or whatever. And she told him as he was about to leave, I want to have dinner with you tonight. Dinner with you tonight. And when you see Sofia Falco walk in and talk, the way she talks in this show, oh my god, you're like, yeah, this is a woman you don't want to mess with. The way she talks, like she's like it's scary. Okay, it's scary. Like this is a woman you don't want to mess with. All right, so they have dinner, and the other customers look at Sofia Falcone and Penguin having dinner, especially Sofia Falcone because she was in Arkham, and they revealed why she was in Arkham. Okay, she was actually a serial killer. Yes, yeah, she was actually Sofia Falcone in this universe was a serial killer known as the Hangman, and that comes from the comics. But instead of making her the Hangman serial killer later on in this show, she already was the serial killer Hangman in this be- before. Okay, and I'm eating something. Okay, so as we're eating dinner, still, still, who left? Still, she asked what happened to her brother because the iceberg launched a lot of stuff, right? And she didn't believe him. Obviously, she didn't tell him she didn't believe him. You could tell in her eyes she didn't believe him. She figured out things later on, right? Later on in this show episode, we'll get to the very ending soon, like ending soon. Okay, and I'll tell you more about Sofia Falcone if you got to watch this episode, man. Like, this woman is scary, scary, and she's not dressed like she's not like Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Catwoman. Scary, man. Like she's not like in costume or anything. She's just the way she talks, and what it's just you just have to watch. But later on, Oz takes the kid Victor with him, who's mentoring, and is doing jobs for him, who's working for Oz. Takes him all the way to the suburbs in Gotham to go to his mother's house. Now it's revealed Oz. So the Penguin, if you know from the comics, the Cobblepot sometimes sometimes written as coming from a witch and family, right? Generations of Ralph, right? And but in this show is not the case. This show is not the case. This is about Penguin Oz making his way up way up in the crime family because he's a little guy and he sees, we got, because you know what? Nobody cares about people like us. That's we're the little guys. We're not rich. We're not wealthy. We don't have like this. So it's very different from what we're used to in the comics. Because in the comics, Penguin's been, well, known to be wealthy. Okay? So, you visit his mother. Now, his mother is, also, I think he has brothers too. Oh, also, there is swearing, and this is like, this show is basically borderline rated R. Okay, and I said a couple streams you could do Batman rated R. This is kind of it a little bit. They say the F word a couple times. Okay, all right. So once he was done with his mother, Penguin's like, I could do things on my own. He goes to see Salvatore Maruni in Blackgate, played by Clancy Brown. Okay, played by Clancy Brown. All right, and you remember Salvatore Maruni was the fall guy for the whole renewal thing happened in the Batman, right? They're the ones who ratted on him, right? And Carmine Falcone was turned out to be the rat the whole time. Blah blah blah, right? He went. He went to to Salvatore Maruni because Salvatore Maruni, while also in prison, still feels like he has control over some things, and Penguin wants to kind of make an alliance with them, work for him. And Salvatore Maruni, he was explaining why he wants to do this. He's like, I'm done with the Falcones. I don't want to be. I want, and he's trying to make business deals with with Salvatore Maruni. But Salvatore Maruni is like, no, I don't trust you. No, I know how you are, Oz. I don't trust you. He's like, please get out. And I was like, I'll come see you again in a couple days. Okay? As he's coming home to his home, you see a bunch of mobsters and Sophia Falcone. And they're like, she tells him, go get him, bring him in. All right? So what he does is goes to the car chase. And unfortunately, he can't go any farther because there's a FEMA station because of what happened with the flood. So people that don't have homes, don't have food, had to go to this FEMA area, right? Get whatever necessities they need. Awesome. And the mobs are trying to get him, right? But he hides in his own trunk. Hides in his own fucking trunk. Okay? But as he tries, so when he does that, to fool the mobsters, he goes back into the driver's seat. One mobster catches him. Oh my god, this is great scene. Oh my god. Wraps the seatbelt around the mobster's head, choking him. Takes this sharp pin thing off the car. Stabs in the guy's eye, and he was about to take out his gun because the mobster was standing in the middle of the road with damaged eye and stuff. He was about to take out his gun to finish him off, but he didn't need to because a school bus out of nowhere just ran that mobster down. And as he was looking at that, another mobster punched him, knocking him out. And then we see him wake up naked on the Falcone mansion property, naked in front of Sophia Falcone. And this is where Sophia Falcone, oh my god, this is scary. The way she talks, man, very threatening, scary. Oh, unhinged too, man. She felt really unhinged too. It's like she's very unhinged. All right, and she's like, "Am I crazy, Oz? Did you kill my?" Like, oh my gosh, she's like, "Oh shit, man. You gotta, you know, did you kill him? Did you kill Alberto Falcone?" And they were torturing him too, really, really badly. He was naked too, ugly fat bastard, naked. Oh my god, and and she's like, "This is a woman you don't want to mess with." I know the comics, she's big and could beat up people, but in this, he's like, yeah, she may be supposedly cured, but she ain't fucking cured. They should never let out of Arkham. That's yeah, okay. Should never let out of Arkham. And she was gonna kill him too. Like they were gonna kill him off, but all of a sudden there was a all of a sudden something crashed into a tree on the property. It was a car with with uh a brick tied down to the brakes and stuff. The gas pedal and gas pedal, yeah. And then in that same car, you see you s- you the trunk of that car. You see Johnny Vitti and the other guy went out of the mansion. And you see the trunk of the car. They open up the trunk. Johnny Vitti in Milo's reaction to it. But then you see who's in the trunk? A dead Alberto Falcone. Oh my god, a dead Alberto Falcone. And the scream from the scream, the scream. She screamed, "Oh my god!" Her reaction to her brother's death, seeing her brother. She just screamed. Also, it's because it's been revealed when she was in Arkham, her brother would visit her like every week in Arkham, every week. So in this show, they have a close bond. I could tell they had a close bond going up. And that was ended the show first episode. Honestly, now this is very mobster like, obviously, because I mean that is Batman, right? Batman is, I mean, yeah, there's the outlandish, super insane costume criminals, but Batman is also focused on the criminal underworld too, right? Okay, and it still captures the tone of the Batman, same atmosphere. This is how a, a grounded Batman is. This is if Batman was never part of DC Comics, or it could still be part of DC Comics, but never ever interacts with other heroes with powers or anything, this is what Batman would be like. Really, really. I really suggest you see this. Um, if you're a comic book fan, a huge Batman fan, if you like the not just a Batman fan, if you like the Batman continuation of this, because this is probably going to lead into the Batman Part Two. Now, there's not really, unlike Agatha, there's no really Easter eggs in this show. They don't even mention Batman that much. I think they only mentioned Batman once, and it's not even from any of the characters, just from the newscast. The Vigilante Batman. That's it. Yo, Degrassi, Degrassi? Did you see it? The only now, I would think they would mention the Batman more because they know there's going to be a crime more in Battle for Power, but like I know Batman and the writers, the writers and the showrunner and Matt Reeves said, no, this needs to be a Penguin centric story, which it should be. But all this stuff is going to crime is going around in the Penguin about him dealing with the criminal underworld, him rising to the top. I mean, you gotta mention Batman. I mean, he doesn't have to be in it, but he has to mention They have to mention Batman. Like, yeah, you could go to war with all these other mobsters, but like, there's a guy out there who just basically kicked everybody Ritter's henchman's ass, kicked a lot of our mobsters in the Iceberg Lounge last. A guy who's made a pig one basically piss in his pants, right? Piss in his pants. You're just right? Like, they have to discuss him because all this stuff is going around. Oh yeah, with the pig. Oh yeah, we could do this. I could do this. I could do this. With the and the other mobsters be like, yeah, but there's one guy who could damage it all, destroy it all, destroy it all. Okay. Seriously? Okay. I mean, there's this like what? Like you? I mean, like, yeah, I understand. They don't want to focus on Batman, but Batman, honestly, the difference between Marvel and DC locations are in Marvel are not necessarily a focus point of the universe. Yes, you got Wakanda, got Genosha, stuff like that. But in DC, you got Metropolis, you got Gotham, but Gotham centers around Batman. Batman is the heart and soul of Gotham, and the other characters that are involved in Gotham make up the rest of the body. Okay, Penguin is another body part to the Batman anatomy. My okay, so you still have to talk about you still gotta have that in the back of your mirror in this. Okay, I'm just saying because obviously obviously let's be honest, Bruce Wayne knows what's going on. He probably knows what's going on. Bruce Wayne ain't dumb. Batman not dumb. He basically said it in the last movie that there's gonna be a power struggle. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. He knows. So whatever happened, I'm pretty sure he knew Sophia Falcone got released from Arkham. Is like, I don't know about that. And he knows the Penguin's still out there, and he knows about Alfredo Falcone before he gets murdered in the first 10 minutes. He's gonna take charge of the Falcone film. Like, he's not stupid. Batman is not stupid. I mean, so I'm sure he obviously he knows what's going on. um, Yeah, I'm gonna end this stream right here. But if I had like, look, people are gonna do the comparison between Agatha and the Penguin. Even though Agatha had 2 episodes, this has 1 episode. The Penguin first episode is the better show. The better show. This is good for DC. Good sign for DC. Because I know. No, I gotta. It's. Oh, oh, he ended. Oh, I was gonna go on Tony's. Yeah, it is apples and orange. I'll say. Um, Degrassi. My front runner for Emmy, best actor Emmy is Colin Farrell, and I think Kristen Maloney should be definitely nominated for best actress Emmy next year. And I gotta say this: Degrassi, also Colin Farrell plays one of the best comic book villains live adaptation, live, live, live action. And I'm gonna say this: my hot take. Only I think he's better than all the Marvel villains. Yeah, Emmys next year. Better than all the Marvel villains. I think every actor who played the Marvel villains, I think Colin Farrell is better than all of them. I'm sorry. That's my hot take, man. Yeah. Like, name he's better than I'm sorry, he's better than the only I think the only Marvel villain I think comes close. I'm gonna say is Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston's Loki. Uh I so man. Um Go watch the first episode. I know the second episode is gonna be on a Sunday. Remember, they said that the next episode, the episodes are gonna be on Sundays. And you know what, Degrassi? The thing I crash about Marvel, sometimes I feel like they don't get the best actors for the villains. Don't get me wrong, there's some good actors for the villains. Even some great actors they get for the villains are like, really? It's like they're not even trying. You're like, for example, Kate Blanchett, right, as Hela, is like, she didn't care to be in that film. Okay? And it also seemed like Christian Bale didn't really like that wasn't as gore. Now that could be a product of Taika Waititi and stuff, but that wasn't the best way to use Christian Bale as gore. Okay, like so you know what I mean, like. And you look at Joe Riddler. I mean, Paul Dano was a good Riddler, man. Paul Dano is a very underrated actor, in my opinion. I don't think he gets enough recognition he deserves. Barry Keoghan is a Joker. I see him in other stuff. He's a good actor. Matt Reeves is perfectly getting the best actors for his villain roles because honestly, I think for Batman, the franchise of Batman, you need really good actors. You need a good actor to play Bruce Wayne and Batman, and you need great actors. You need great actors to play the villains. Great actors to play the villains, especially if you want to make them more serious. Okay? Okay? It's like, and that's the problem with the Academy. They don't treat comic books as serious as they don't treat comic books very serious. But you know how hard it is to play a comic book character? Do you know how hard it is? It's a 180. All right, it's a 180. Like it's really difficult to play a comic book character. More so a villain, really. Okay, and yeah. Well, I suggest you check it out, guys. Check out the show. I suggest you check it out if you can. Okay, please. I mean, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I have. I'll check the Volunteer Mill score. The audience score is 79%, a 78%, but it's fewer than 50. Yeah, Red. They all suck. All right. Uh I do got a sub though. But I'm telling you, Degrassi Sophia Falcone. Oh my god, I'm scared of that woman, man. I'm scared. She's not Ivy. She's not Harley Quinn. But she's scary as hell, man. And and she was revealed as a serial killer in the show. I'm scared of her. I'm scared of that woman. The way oh my god. I did not see. I did not expect him to kill Alberta Falcone that fast. In the first 10 minutes, she's not fat. Trust me, she's not fat in the show, man. She's skinny. And Degrassi told me. Degrassi told me that I don't know if he's still here. He told me Aubrey Plaza was up for the role of Sophia Falcone, but she turned it down for Agatha. And I think she's happy to be an Agatha, but I think she most likely would win an Emmy in Emmy because this show is gonna be nominated for Emmys. I'm calling it right now. This show is gonna be nominated for Emmys, and Agatha's probably be nominated for one Emmy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like Disney Plus shows, they get nominated for Emmys that much. This If you want to get nominated for an Emmy from a comic book show, is not Marvel is not the way to go. I know there's gonna be competition for Last of Us. Last of Us, 'cause I think you did a year or two ago, Degrassi. I think you did. I think you told me like a year ago. No, late 2022. I think she got cast in Agatha in late 2022, Degrassi, right? I think you told me like, yeah, she probably was up for Sophia Falcone. Um, there's also another rumor out there that she might be Morgan Le Fay. Also, like, she's possibly Blackheart or Morgan Le Fay. Or Morgana, whatever. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, you did. 2000, I think late 2022 when she got cast in Agatha. Uh, and yeah, and I know, I know Last of Us is going to be released in the first half to be in one for Emmy season, right? But I'm sorry, I think Colin Farrell is a portrayal of Penguin is better than I think it's better than Patrick Pascal's Joel Miller. Joel Miller. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, obviously, a lot of these look, if you read a lot of these connections in this show has something to do with Two Face. If you read Long Halloween, right? The characters, the major players in the Two Face Long Halloween is it Dark Victory later on? Because Dark Victory I think is the sequel to basically Long Halloween, right? A lot of the players in this show do have a connection to Two Face in the comics, the Falcons, the Maroonies. Um, but obviously, this is a Penguin connection. I wonder. I wonder. So I don't know about the Court of Owls theory. That the one of the reasons I said Court of Owls theory is, and they did bring it up at the premiere. They asked, well, I think one of the writers or one of the person that worked on it. They asked some. They asked, I think Variety asked, like, oh, some people brought up the theory that the reason you named the change, you named James Oz to Oswald Cobb to Oz Cobb is because the Court of Owls connection. He couldn't really say anything because the guy said, I haven't seen everything Matt Reeves has planned, whatever done, so I can't really say anything. Don't know anything. And I did bring up a theory too when when that in one of my streams like a couple days ago, right? Very short, 35-minute stream about why the name changed. My theory about it. I got yeah. So maybe there's a Court of Owls connection. I mean, Court of Owls could fit an epic crime saga, but the thing is, Degrassi, you told me the epic crime saga should take place in a year. But wouldn't we want more Batman stories? The Batman stories after a year? I mean, like, what happens after? He's not gonna retire after a year, right? or, or I don't know. I got a new sub. Yeah. Oh my god. All right. So we got down to an hour. Yeah, we're an hour in. So now I'll end it. I'll think I end it now. All right. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna like Nolan's did. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So we're gonna end it now. An hour in, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Um, we'll do this again for this show next Sunday, not the Sunday coming up. The what's it, the 29th? The 29th, I think it is. September the 29th. We'll do it for then. We'll do it on a Sunday, the 29th. Again. And y'all feel free to join me. Degrassi, you know you're always invited on. I can send you an invitation if you ever allowed on. If you ever went on, come on. Blinded. If he, I know he's always